Welcome to the Localizer Leads Tool installation and basic overview video. This is the basic software once you have it opened up on your desktop. To properly download and install the software, you should have been sent to a download page that looks just like this. You'll be able to install up to 2 active versions of the software on either your computer, your laptop, your computer, and a business partner or an outsourcer, whatever you need. If you need to contact us, you can email us at support@localizerleadtool.com, and be sure to safe list this email because that's where all your license key and update notices are going to come from. So you should currently be on a page that looks something like this. If you have not downloaded Adobe Air already, pause this video and go over and Google or type in the top of your browser get.adobe.com/air. This is what the software needs and is required for you to have on your computer to properly run. The Localizer Lead Tool will work on both a Mac and a PC, and then once it's installed, you'll be able to open up and use its full features. So be sure to download that, and before you open up the Localizer Lead Tool application, you have Adobe Air installed on your computer. Once you have the software installed, you'll have the latest version or a prompt to upgrade to the latest version. We are constantly upgrading and adding new features into the software based on user feedback and things that we use in our business, because the Localizer Leads Tool is actually built off of requirement for our business, and then we've upgraded it for the local consultants and people that are looking to build offline and online lists using our software. So first up, you can tell that we have a web search feature where you can type in a keyword and a physical location. So I can type in dentist, I can type in balloon animals, I can type in chiropractor for different professions, or I could type in heating and air conditioning or emergency plumber, whatever I want, and I would type in a physical location. So I can type in Phoenix, or for me this is where I live, Phoenix, Arizona. If I lived in Australia, you can type in Sydney, Australia. You can type in any location around the world, and Lead Tool will go out and do a web search across several different sites to find the results for what you're looking for. So I'll click a search button here in a minute. Before I do, I want to make sure it's properly configured for the results that I'd like to get. As you see, moving down the left-hand side, there's a basic search and an expanded search option. A basic search will go out and get me the basic info that I'm looking for: the company name, address, web page, phone number. It'll see if the email address is right there on their main homepage, so it's quick to be able to grab, and then if it's not, it'll report back as none. It'll also skip the 3 mobile columns that are tied in here to the web search. If I add an expanded search, and this will work on any feature that this is available, it will then go out and look through different databases to see if it can find the email address tied to that company name or website. We have a decent success rate with this, just like any other piece of software. You'll see somewhere between a 10 to 25% success rate depending on the vertical market that you're going after, because if it's not listed on their site or it's not listed or registered properly, then we're not going to be able to grab that data. Remember, we're trying to grab it off their front page quickly so we can get you guys results quick using this tool. Number of leads. You can stop it at 50, you can stop it at 100, or you can hit maximum and get the maximum number of leads that the Localizer Leads Tool can get you in a short period of time. Usually it times out somewhere between about 180 and 200 leads. If you select 50 or you select 100, it'll time out plus or minus 5 or 10 of that actual number, unless there's less than, let's say, 100 in your area. You're in a small town, let's say you're in a small town in the middle of America here, and there's only 20 chiropractors, or there's only 5 chiropractors. It's only going to report those 5. It won't just generate fake businesses, because they don't exist. This is actually going out and finding you businesses with real-time data. So if you're go out and try to buy, say, a mailing list that you want to send direct mail to, this is a perfect tool for that, because you'll have a relevant current list that you'll be able to export and do some good work with. Now you'll also see that there's a mobile site search feature down here. If I check the mobile site search box, I'll just go to 50 here, so we do our initial search, you'll notice that the M dot domain, the .mobi, and the WAP will all start doing some search and potentially report back. What the script is going to do is once we find out what their main web page is, it's going to look for an M dot subdomain. It's going to look for a .mobi domain. So it would say it's like phoenixdentist.com. It's going to look for phoenixdentist.mobi, and then it's also going to look for a WAP subdomain. If you're not sure what that is, just type in WAP subdomain into Google and it'll explain a little bit what it is. It's just another type of mobile detect that will give you a mobile website. So I'm going to click on search and show you how quick this thing gets you some results. And you can tell that it's working. It's got the little spinner going out there, and it's going to get me results relatively quickly. And actually, it's doing a pretty good job on the emails right now. And it was able to get me 50 leads, and I don't know, about, let's go 15, 20 seconds, however long that took. I have the ability to do some really cool data with this. I can sort by name. I can actually drag the columns around and sort by that. I'll show you what I do with that later on in one of the other videos. But I can select this business right here. Let's just say Biltmore Dental Center, and I have a couple things I can do. First of all, if you notice that if I select, these two buttons start to show up, and if I'm highlighted over a specific business, I can also open up their main website by just clicking on this button. If I select them, I can select all, I can check all the items, I can delete certain ones. There's two features. I can go up to the top here, I can check all the items, I can uncheck all of them. I can delete all the items, or let's say I just want to delete the checked items that are on here. Let's say that I'm looking for businesses that only have a mobile domain, or that I actually have their email address that I could potentially send them an email to. Or for those of you that want to offer somebody a website, you can find out who doesn't have a website, and you can then work for those businesses. I also want you to take a look down here, and these are all based off of web search. There are some duplicates. So let's say that I want to have an outsourcer go out and find me all the mailing addresses, but I want to remove the duplicates. So I can then export all of these checked items, and I can export them into a CSV or a TXT file onto my desktop, or onto my into like a pages number or an Excel program, and then either I or an outsourcer can go out there and export that data and manipulate it however I want, and I can sort that data from there. So that's really cool. I got 50 leads relatively quickly, and I was able to generate a list of real businesses in real time that are existing here in the Phoenix area, where I've got their company name, address, web page, their phone number, so I can cold call or warm call them, their email address if I want to send email, and then if they have a mobile site or not. So you can see that this top site has yes across the top for all three, and then you go down to this site about 15 or so down, and they've got a subdomain that's mobile, but they don't have a .mobi domain, so they do have some sort of mobile site, and the script does its best to be able to get you that data that's accurate and in real time. So that covers the basic installation and web search. We're going to cover the additional features of the Localizer lead tool in the following videos, so be sure to check them out. I'll show you some cool tips and tactics that I use for that, and I look forward to working with you as a Localizer leads tool member. Take care and talk soon.